if you had four barrel or if you had a wing. So yeah, really cool stuff. Really cool stuff.
Nice, cool deal there. Gotta love it. The Lone Star 600. That's when Brad came on a couple of weeks ago. He talked about how much fun it was, and he's right.
Yep.
Hell of a lot of fun there with the Lone Star 600.
That's right. All right, let's go back actually to the hotline once again, but actually we're doing the video hotline right here. I know a lot of folks have been wanting, messaging me. And seriously, guys, when there is something like this that's going on, when we have a big announcement that's going to happen, and folks like this trust me or Bobby to do something that they want to do live on air. You can message me, but I'm not going to tell you what I know. because these folks are putting some trust in me, and gossiping is fun, but when somebody trusts me with some big news, I'm not going to be jumping off and telling you things ahead of time until I get the green light. But we're going to welcome in. You see right there on the revved up screen, Marianne Nauman is with us, and I believe that as well. I know that says Ryan, but I know who that is. I know who that is down there. That's Ray Doyon is joining us. Guys, how we doing?
Great.
All right.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely. Ray, you there, my man?
Yes, sir.
Hey, are you going to say, welcome, I-37 fans? You can do that.
Hello, I-37 Speedway fans.
Very good.
There you go. Guys, before we dive into everything, Ray, first to you. Talk about this past weekend. I know that there had been, where are you going to race, where you're not going to race. It gets really hard, especially with what you were dealing with. Kind of talk about the weekend, and you got a race in, and I think that's pretty badass.
Yeah, definitely. Anytime you can get a show in, it's great. It's supposed to be fun, right? So that's why we do this. So we were supposed to be, and it was good. We got some rain on Thursday, I think it was Thursday morning. We weren't sure, so that's why we went down Friday morning, and really couldn't get on the track till late Friday, and did the best we could with Friday. But Saturday we were on it all day. But all in all, it was good. Glad we got the points over with and got it done, and we got some champions. We'll be sending some pictures and announcements with, on our Facebook page soon, and moving on to the next big race, and big show season is upon us, and I'm sure that's why we're all on here tonight.
That's right. Sorry, Bobby, go ahead, my man. I thought you were going to jump in there.
No, I'm just enjoying the moment, right, when we have the promoters coming on with breaking news, if you will. So Marianne, before we get to the big news, not a stressful week for you at all, right? Just a normal everyday Monday night, just nothing to worry about in the next week or so.
Not at all. I have two phones going, trying to answer the text, trying to answer, everybody knows I do Messenger. So it's like I'm at their beacon call. So I have to answer really, really quick. It's as quick as I can. But yes, it's rather crazy.
Yeah, because if you don't answer quick enough, they're going to get on the Facebook and say, she won't answer.
She won't answer, and then next comes a question mark, and then it's like, okay,
yeah. It's like I reached out to Ray and he won't answer. I messaged him 5 minutes ago and he hasn't answered.
Hey, by the way, Ray, congratulations on you and Michael pulling off the race. We're in more ways than one, but we are really happy you guys got it in.
Yeah, for sure. We it was dual reasons for canceling on the 14th. We got water issues still, and then of course to try to help out your car count, because we all need help in that department, I feel like.
Exactly. Thank you.
And I want to ask both of you guys before we get to the topic at hand. Doesn't that drive you crazy when you have a situation like that where you call a race for whatever reason? And I totally understand Ray with you guys, but it's always like people are going to the dark side. It's like, wow, that's not really the reason. It's like, come on. That's really the reason. That's really the reason.
Yeah. Sometimes it is just like you see it, but like I said, it's dual purpose. So it worked out. And now we're ready to move on to our bigger shows and have some fun. I love the 2-day races. I like them better than the 1 day.
Yeah.
Yes.
No doubt about it. All right. Looks like we got somebody else jumping in. So I think we have everybody we need. All right, guys. So I don't know who's going to take the lead. I know who I talked to first, but you guys go ahead and dive in and talk about what we're working on here as we get towards the end of the year.
Go ahead, Marianne.
Okay, thanks. So we kind of got together the 4 tracks or the 4 promoters and decided that maybe it was time that we did something together with our big races coming up, starting with the CBS Oktoberfest and then the DTK Memorial, and then the Texana has the Clash, and then South Texas Race Ranch is the South Texas Shootout. So we thought we'd put all those races together and use the points and see who in the limited or sport mods, whatever you want to call them, in that class and the factory stocks, because those 2 classes, all 4 tracks run those 2 classes. So we would do an overall South Texas championship for those 2 classes using the points, and it'd be the highest points. Owen's going to keep up with the points. Of course, Owen's going to do the trophies. So very prestigious and, big trophy. And if anybody wants to get on board and help sponsor it, it's kind of the first time to do something, I think, like this. So we're kind of the South Texas tracks, so the way I see it. We're kind of out on a little island, but we put ourselves in the same category as I-37 and Texana and Corpus. So anyway, I wish it would have come together a little sooner, but I think in the end, it's going to come out really good. We'll crown those 2 champions, of course, in December when the last race happens. But it'll be really interesting to keep up with, where the points are at. So, and Owen's going to do that for us. So, of course, my race pass helps us as well. So, anyway, it's been great talking to the guys and working together. I've not had a lot of experience, I've not really met Michael and talked to him very much, but we had kind of started talking, Rodney, before you had him on. Mm-hmm. And then it just kind of like after that show, and then you had me on right after him. It's like, I said, come on, guys. And anyway, Ray and Michael, and of course, Owen's always on board. They jumped on board. And so we've just kind of taken it from here. So that's kind of the groundwork. What do you think, Ray? Michael, you on there?
I don't know where my partner's at. He said he was not tech savvy. I don't know. But yeah, looking forward to it. It's coming together real late, but it's going to be just a lot of bragging rights. And I think we all agreed on, is it 2 free race night entries? Is that right, Marianne?
I think that's what we came up with. And with the potential, dealings going on with Cotton Bowl, I couldn't really guarantee those for next year. So I said I would pay for the trophies. And of course, I will do the trophies. So, So on your race, on the I-37 race, that would be the Saturday race that we would count the points, the 28th. So there's actually 4 events. And, hopefully everybody can make all 4 events and be in the running. And it'll just be another thing, to kind of chase around. And H and I hope to go to all the races. Grab our little camper and join all the other races and just make a party of it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to, I think I want to kick off the first donation. I want to offer $250 to try to start getting a pot together. Maybe we can get 250 from each track and then make a factory stocks 500 to win and limited mods make 500 to win. So I'm going to start off with 250.
There you go.
Let's see if I go broke this weekend and then I'll commit to that.
Yeah,
I'm sure we can get. All it needs is 3 other people at 250. We can figure it out, whether it's through tracks. I think we can get there.
Yeah, no doubt.
And the more they get on board, I think the more exciting it'll be. The prestige of it in itself is enough, I think. But I think when you add that, everybody's going to throw that extra ditch in there to make all 4 races.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's a goal.
Yep. Nope, you there, Bobby? Yeah.
I'm here. I think I'm still here.
Yeah, you're there. Okay.
It's the Brady Bunch happening tonight. I'm not sure which window's popping up. It's like the Brady Bunch on here tonight. So guys, what's the next big step? Are you guys going to work together to try to iron out schedules for next year? Obviously, this is off to a really fantastic start that you guys are working together as the 4 South Texas tracks. But I mean, is this just the beginning of something really cool where you guys are going to try to coordinate schedules, even if you got to race on top of each other, maybe letting a class off to go race somewhere? I mean, is this just the beginning of something really cool for 2024?
I'm going to step up and say I would like to see that happen, especially the part you just said where there's just so many nights that we can race, so it's kind of really hard not to step on each other from time to time. But if we could work together and have different classes that are off so that people have choices where to go, I think it would benefit all of the tracks in the end result. So, and the fans would get, a little more for their money, and they would get to, I just think that the camaraderie would be really great, and I think it would speak volumes to the racers and the racing community.
Well, and I'm sorry, go ahead. Who we have jumping in here?
I think it's me.
Oh, is that your partner there, Ray?
Yeah, that's him.
I'm having some problems over here, guys.
It's okay. So Michael, your thoughts on all this? Kind of going back and forth. Marianne and Ray have kind of gone through all of that. Your thoughts here with the way this has worked out? I mean, I love this. I mean, this is something where, I know up north they say they work together. I don't know if they really do.
I wanted to call Tracy to help Mike.
Yeah, no doubt. Rodney, I said it last time we were on, I feel myself, if every track down within 120, 130 miles of each other work together, it's going to be better for racing for everyone, not just the promoter, but for the drivers, the fans. As I said also before, is we don't do this for money. We do this just because we love the sport. Right. Like I said in the past, we've tried to work with sister tracks, and it just never lined up. Like Marianne just said, it's hard not to stay on top of each other some nights. It is what it is. Like I said also before, Ray and I, we typically don't race holiday weekends, so it's kind of a hard choice for us because we do not race on weekends. We spend family with that. Yeah. Moving forward, I hope, if Marianne still has Cotton Bowl and Owen still has Texana and Corpus, that, we can work together and we can do these little series, because I think it gets everybody to travel a little bit and get to venture out and see different tracks and different people. I know I would love to go and race other tracks every weekend, but it's hard when you run a racetrack twice a month. The families want to do something on the off weekends. It's hard for Ray and I know that for sure, because we race and we promote.
That's right.
And Marianne and Owen, they don't race, they just promote. And on their off weekends, they're probably at a racetrack if I had to bet, but not to be. As far as working together on this deal, I think it's a great idea. Yeah, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I'm pretty stubborn in I'm set in my ways. I just, once you get a bad taste in your mouth, you just keep it there. And I've tried this whole past year just to, let's try to change this thing up. And hopefully next year it will. I mean, I do want to work with tracks. I can tell you right now, it's never been on our part. I'm just going to say that. And I don't, if somebody wants to be mad at me, that's fine. It's never been on our part wanting to work for people. We did it when Whitaker had the track. We did it with everybody. We sent schedules out, and we never posted schedules until we got a confirmation. And
used to, yes. And we just never did. So I told myself this past year that we're just going to do what we're going to do, and it is what it is. Mm-hmm. But looking forward now, I would love to work with them again. If they want to do it, let's sit down at a table. Let's have lunch. Let's talk about it.
That's right.
Anyway, I don't want to take up everybody's time talking, because I can talk for hours.
I love that. I mean, that's great conversation.
Me too.
Yeah. By the way, if y'all need a broker,
but is anybody else drinking? Joe Spillman said to drink. Hey, cheers.
Right on. Yeah. Spillman comes on this thing, and I'm like, man, that's when you really get the inside thing. And I threw him an invite. I'm like, you want to come on? But I'm like, I don't know. This is supposed to be productive, so I don't know if we need him here. Sorry, Bobby, I'm jumping all over you here.
I mean, I think it's just a good thing with everybody trying to work together. It bodes well for the end of 2023. It bodes exceptionally well for 2024, despite a few question marks here and there, but everybody's trying to stay on the up and up on the positive side for 2024. But I think that the ways that the schedules work out is that you've got Oktoberfest now coming up this week, and then you got the I-37 big race coming up in a couple of weeks. Then you got kind of a bigger break towards the end of November, right before Thanksgiving, for the Clash in Texana, and then Owens deals usually the shootout's usually the second weekend in December. So it's like the big shows space out just enough to where the cool part is the tracks are working together, but yet at the same time, the schedule's actually working out for the racer as well. So you've got a couple of weeks in between each big show so that you can, in the event of some issues with your cars, different stuff like that, the racers have an opportunity to work on the machines and get them better for the next race. So I think this is just a win-win for everybody.
I agree. I'd like to say, Michael, when you were saying, like stepping on each other, one of the things that I noticed, when you were on the show the last time, that you said that I had no clue about, is that you guys don't race on holiday weekend. And so it's like, well, I never really knew that, but, I kind of perked up and said at the same time, well, it's kind of a free reign right there. If y'all don't do that, but I never knew that. So it's like, I think things like this is what's going to make this productive, because we're going to learn more about each other. We tend to get our schedule out a little too fast last year, but it was because of the World of Outlaw situation. And now here they are hitting us up again. So it's like, but it's like, I want to make sure that we try to accommodate as many possible, tracks as, that we don't run over each other and compete for each other's cars. And it's enough work to promote a racetrack than it is to have to go beg drivers to come race for you and still get all the operational stuff done that it takes to operate the racetrack. So, when that's not the case, then we're not stepping on each other's toes, and it won't always be that way. But if we work to make more of that where it doesn't step on toes, I think we're all going to win from it, and the racers are certainly going to win from it. And then I don't go to another racetrack every other weekend, but I'm not racing, but I'll guarantee I'm on Race on Texas watching all you guys on 2 or 3 cameras. I'm like Nikki Nerd. So thank goodness for Race on Texas to be able to watch like your race this weekend, the 600. I had both of them going. So anyway, it's nice to know what you don't do, like you said, with the holidays and things, but that's not something I was aware of until we started till the show. So that's one great thing about the Revved Up show. You get all the information right there.
Yes, ma'am, you do. And it's not that.
Hey.
Watch race. Yeah, I finally got my phone working. My computer's not working.
Who's that good-looking guy there? Look at that.
Race for off weekends, and we're watching Race on Texas, so we're watching racing all the time. We just don't get to go race all the time. Like
same here.
But yeah,
we'll be in Combo this weekend racing.
There you go.
Yay.
There you go. I love it. And guys,
we're back together. I'm going to be there too. We're trying to make it, and I think we will. We're trying to make that trip. Last year we didn't get to make it. I don't even know what happened last year. We got to go. We're going to party like we're 16 now.
Right.
Yeah, because that was 4 years. We partied like we were 12.
Yeah,
guys,
we're going to party with the Ricks and the Ellises.
I know what it was last year. So we juggle a little personal stuff here. Ray gives me a hard time because I have an 11-year-old daughter that we show pigs every year. So I have pigs in the barn for 7 months. So that's probably why we don't get to race as much in the wintertime, because I'm in a barn every night taking care of pigs.
Yeah. No.
Incidentally, that came from. But yeah.
And I think one thing especially for you guys, I mean,
I don't ever do very well there, but I don't really care if I win or lose. I'm one of them guys. I have fun, whether I win, lose, or load in the trailer or don't load in the trailer. It is what it is.
That's what it's all about. I mean, that's the way it's supposed to be. But I think for you guys, and I mean, I know Owen's not here, but I think, I'd ask him the same thing. I've asked him the same thing. You guys, Marianne, you have folks that are just so loyal to UNH with your track. I mean, you've got your core. You guys at 37, you've got your core of racers. You've got the Corpus racers, and then Edna, they've got their racers that they only race there. In my opinion, I think if you start doing things like this to where you guys are actually collaborating together, and I think where it's okay to disagree, like if Marianne thinks one thing and Michael and Ray and Owen think something else, it's okay. But just the fact that you guys may be able to have an open discussion and try to figure stuff out, I think this is something that maybe you spread the wealth and you get guys that start moving around and going racing around the state if the dates allow it. I think this is a really good thing.
Of course, we know that, Rodney, with the TSRS when we traveled around.
Yep.
there wasn't much more fun than that. So that's kind of how I see this, is where cars can do that, and then in the midst of traveling around, the tracks win for it. So I'm excited. I think it'll work. I do want to say I'm sad Owen couldn't be on here. He's probably making my trophies for this weekend, but
I think that's what he's doing, actually. Yeah.
He's been on board from the minute it was even mentioned. So I know he supports the whole thing 100%. So thanks for having us on. Thanks, guys, for coming on. Thanks for all of us coming together. And I think it's going to be a very prestigious thing to carry that championship title around for those two classes.
Yeah, I think it'd be awesome. I think we're maybe get 3 or 4 cars from each track to maybe travel a little more. And, even through the summer, we could do maybe next year, do a little summer series, just 3 races, one at Cotton Bowl, one at 37, or we could do 4 with Texana and Corpus, both tracks are still open.
His math is low.
4 races. What's that?
Your math is low.
Yeah, it's a little slow.
But it's,
and it can be once a month, so it doesn't hurt the pocketbook going back-to-back weekends. It could be, you can have May, we can have June, or we can have July, and whatever, vice versa. Just once a month, like a 3 or 4 race series, and and put up a little bit of money. Like we did that poker run. We gave a lot of money. Did we really gain any new cars? No, but we tried.
Right. The award did the
people loved it. Our guys were, they were picking up, winning on poker, and stuff, and they were like, "Oh wow, I won $200." I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool." And he didn't even place in the race, so it was kind of cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
Hey, guys, so I know that we're kind of this is all happening right here, the week of Oktoberfest. And again, those dates, October 14th, and these are all the second dates of these big shows. October 14th, the Oktoberfest at Cotton Bowl, I-37, October 28th, that's the DTK Memorial, the Texana Clash, November 18th over at Texana Raceway Park, South Texas Race Ranch, December 9th for the South Texas Shootout. If I saw some folks already on the chats right here talking about, well, what if the fans want to get involved? What if folks want to get money in? And here's the big question, I think, as all of this has come together. When folks want to get involved, sponsors want to get involved, what's the best way? Maybe direct message you guys, or hit the track Facebook pages, or don't send them to me, because I'm going to keep the money. So don't send them to me. So what's the best way for folks to get involved if they want to jump on this South Texas Championship Series?
Well, we need a title sponsor first, right?
I think Rodney Rodriguez ought to put up like 1,000 for the title sponsor.
I might know somebody. I might know somebody.
Hey, how about a free crate engine? Whoa!
There you go. Oh, Ray, you do your homework, my man. I'm impressed.
You gotta ring that bell, sucker.
I didn't think people even read the shit that I put on Facebook.
I've been meaning to reach out to you and find out them prices.
Yeah. Hit me up and I'll get you some special stuff.
Maybe we can get Gina involved. Somebody that's not like really like tied up into one of these races. Somebody like that, and maybe she can help us out with that too. Or you guys have someone else. But I think reach out to any of us, and we're all going to be fair enough that we all reach out to each other. So we have that group chat going that we brought you in on today, Rodney. I think that would probably be the best way, and then we just bring it into the chat room and we kind of go from there and keep up with it.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that.
Yep, I like it. All right, guys.
I think we're really big.
Yeah, well, and Mary,
I think Race on Texas is a good title sponsor, honestly.
I do too. That sounds really good.
Y'all read my mind. That's the reason I threw that out there, because everybody's watching that on Race on Texas right now.
I know it's late in the game, but Race on Texas has been great to our track, and I'm sure they're great to Mary Ann and Owen. They're always with everything. So I mean, top-notch guys over there. We've been really
Showdown Series. Yeah, they're great. They're great folks.
Yep, they do a good job.
I think they'll come on board.
Yep, that's right. All right, you guys, congratulations on doing this. I got to tell you, man, having been around racing for many, many years, I've always said promoters ought to work together, and I'll be damned nobody ever could. But Mary Ann, when I got your message and then talking to Ray and Michael and Owen, I'm like, holy shit, it's finally happening. I cannot believe this. What is going on around here? So congrats.
I would like to say this one quick thing, because you know, Rodney, how you started out saying, everybody wants to ask you. You know what's going on. You know what's going on. All four of us came together and we started talking about this. We said we wanted to make sure we all four announce it at the same time.
Yes.
And I think all of us have been true to that. So for those of mine out there that I usually tell everything to, it's because we all made a little pact that we weren't going to announce it until all at the same time. So I think we accomplished that.
Well done.
Yes, ma'am, we did.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well done. I was waiting for a Ray video today, with him on a tractor saying, hey, I-37's, I was waiting, but he didn't do it. He didn't do it.
He's been on the phone with me all day.
Oh, no.
I put in 6 hours for I-37 Speedway today and like 2 for 3D landscaping. Not good.
Yeah. It's about the way that works.
H is still on the racetrack.
Yeah.
He's trying to get it ready.
It's awesome stuff. And it all starts.
Hey, real quick. I need a prime parking spot for this weekend. Just, throwing it out there.
You're going to get me live on that one, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I'll give you a prime one.
I'm going to run and hide if my lady next door backs out on me on that overflow parking. I'm just going to not be seen all weekend.
Oh, tell Heath to come racing with us. We'll find him a good spot.
Oh, he's coming. Yeah, he's looking forward to it.
Are y'all expecting, Marianne? Are y'all expecting any rain?
Maybe tomorrow, which means H doesn't have to water. So.
Yeah.
It helped us last week, but
yeah. He prepped all last week and then it kind of washed it away, but it is what it is. So hopefully a little shower and he doesn't have to get in the water truck tomorrow.
There you go.
Well, let's pray for rain. We need the rain, that's for sure.
Yes. Exactly right. That's
just a little bit though. We don't need a lot.
Yeah, we don't need a lot because then I can't use the overflow parking. They won't let me use it if it's muddy. So we might be parking in the front parking lot and coming down the back side of the racetrack. We'll figure it out.
Well, that's what I thought was funny, or not funny, but I thought ironic at Devil's Bowl this past weekend. They got rained on. It rained 5 inches, I think, between Wednesday and Thursday. So they had to pump that track out. And then on Saturday, they're trying to get water back into it.
It's crazy.
I'm like, wait a minute.
It's so crazy.
Wait a minute. I don't
It's so
understand.
crazy.
Yeah. I'm used to just, okay, it's raining, dry the track off, sweep it off, and let's go. So definitely.
Well, I've always said the parking lot at Cotton Bowl would be better if the pit area was by the highway because everybody would come to the races because they'd see all the race cars. So I might get my wish if it rains too much and I don't have the overflow parking.
Exactly. Yeah. Great
idea.
Man,
Rodney, did you say they got 5 inches?
Yeah, they got 5 inches. Yep.
Man, that's a lot, right?
well, somebody said as we were doing the race, it's like to certain people, 5 inches is okay. 5 inches is okay to certain people. So, sorry, Mary.
3 inches of rain.
Yeah, no, good stuff.
But I hope we get forward on over here in South Texas. I'll take 5 inches of rain over here because we need it really bad.
Yeah,
and we'll shoot it your way because we don't. So
yeah, we don't want it over there. Let us have the rain this weekend, and then next weekend they can go there for you.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
There you go. Well, like Bobby said, there's plenty of open time in this schedule to where it can rain over there in Pleasanton this week. Keep you good, Marianne, and then just kind of spread that rain around. I think that's a way to do that.
Oh, definitely.
Yep.
Definitely.
Way to go, guys.
Hey, Bobby, bring your friends from work and y'all come on out.
I'll try.
I'm
going to try to get some more of them to show up, but I can't go. I'll be with Milton in San Antonio, so.
That's
but
right.
I'll see if I can get some of my friends to go for the big race this weekend.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Absolutely.
Have a great evening, everybody.
All right, you guys. Take care. Congratulations. Looking forward to this, man. It's going to be a lot of fun.
All right. Y'all be safe, and we'll see y'all on this weekend.
Right on. Take care.
Hey, if any of y'all want to come, if any of y'all want to jump on a mic at our track for race weekend, y'all are more than welcome to come down.
Well, I was looking at schedules. I know I'm going to be with Marianne, not be with Marianne, but I'll be at Marianne's track this weekend. I'm definitely doing Owens. I know Bobby's got the Texana class. Let me check some dates, and I may be able to help you out right there, Ray.
We'll have Chris. We're not desperate, but let's have some fun. And if you want to come and get a little wild, let's do it.
Right on. All right, guys. We'll see what we can put together, guys.
Thanks so much.
Take care, y'all.
Thank y'all.
You bet. There they go, Bobby. A lot of people been saying for the longest time, sure wish these promoters could work together. Well, I think they figured out a way right there, it looks like.
Still saying where there's a will, there's a way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what finally happened. I think there's a will to work together and a want to work together. And when you get the wills and the wants all rowing the boat the same direction, that's when good things happen.
Yeah, you know, and it really is. I mean, that has been kind of the knock on it for a long time. Is can these folks, you know, and I think it's really good to hear that from them, how hard this really is to be able to try to make it happen, because it's easier said than done to be able to try to do that. And I think you heard some of the struggles right there. And I think one of the most impactful things that I heard that Marianne was talking about, that Marianne was talking about, was she was saying that she had no idea, you know, with Ray and them, that they actually didn't race on holidays. And I think that's a pretty big deal right there.
Well, that's a good insight, right? Because Owen loves to pull the double headers on holidays, where he runs Texana one night on a Saturday, and then he'll run Corpus on Sunday, or vice versa, where they come in and run those different races. So I think everybody knowing each other's schedule, you know, you always have to look out for number one, right? We get that, because that's what you have to do sometimes. When everybody gets a chance to work together, that's even better, because of the fact that now everybody knows, well, you know, you got this. I don't race this weekend, but I could race this weekend and all that. So, you know, I think even if we talked about it before on the show multiple promoters, you're going to schedule on top of each other. That's just the way that it is. You've got 4 tracks and nobody wants to race just once a month, right? So you're going to schedule on top of each other. That's when you work together. Maybe we saw it working with a track in Texas and a track in Georgia, working together to let the Outlaws off to go race that big race at Cordele. If they can do that between Texas and Georgia, we should be able to do that between Page, Texas, and Corpus Christi, Texas.
Yeah. I think that's really the key right there, that they're able to do that. And you know, kind of the bad part about it is that we're down here, you know, we're at the end of the season. You know, I wish they would have been able to do that, you know, earlier in the year. And I think the one thing I think you hit on it is now, you know, moving forward as we start getting into schedules and all that, you know, are they going to be able to work all of that out? You know, I think a lot of folks, when this was coming out, because Marianne was actually the first one that posted anything about this, that this was going to happen on Revved Up tonight. You know, is it going to be the Cotton Bowl answer? You know, whatever. We don't know what's going to happen with that. So there's that part as well. If it's not Man Racing Promotions, Marianne and H, that are in you know, running the place there, I just hope it's something that continues to carry on, because I think this really is a precedent that, I mean, seriously, how many times, especially now that you're in the age where you can do these webcasts and live casts and all that, how many times, as far back as I can remember, I know it's never been done in Texas before, how many times have you had folks in there, and I saw Owen was in the chat there. I know he's busy, but he said he was in for 250, you know, for the track as well. How many times have you actually seen a true collaboration of racetrack promoters? That's pretty damn impressive. And I'm not talking about Revved Up. I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking about promoters collaborating. That's pretty unheard of, in my opinion.
Rare. I was gonna say it's a rare occurrence, because once again, everybody. I think that what's the quote about the greater good, right? Like I just said, everybody looks out for number one, but I think the fact that knowing now that everybody's working together, that's the greater good. And I think there are some things and some opportunities where if something benefits one track, it has the ability to potentially benefit the other tracks as well. And that's good. I mean, that'd be great.
Well, and I think the other thing that kind of a question that I have always asked, because it's always been like I was talking about, where it's like when I talk about folks working together, and it's like, well, you know, I reached out to Marianne, I reached out to Ray, I reached out to Michael, I reached out to Owen, I reached out to whoever, and I don't get a response. You know what? They've got a lot of shit that's going on, because the whole thing.
Give it a little time. You can't expect an instantaneous response. It's not like you're texting your good buddy and expect a good response.
That's exactly right. And I mean, these folks all have different things going on. You know, this isn't their livelihood. This isn't, and they get inundated with messages and all that. I just really think it's a step in the right direction. And I can tell you, Bobby, you remember back in the days on the pavement side where it's like, Callaway needs to work with whoever in San Antonio and with Dan Monroe and Alvin or whoever. They all need to work together and figure out a way to do whatever, and it's never happened. And I think it's pretty damn cool that we finally get to see something happening like that.
And then think, if everybody's on the same rules package, that could be so much fun too.
Milton, why'd you have to bring that up? If only the Cowboys offense could work together like the promoters. Well, yeah. One problem. They don't have Dak Prescott could not promote a racetrack because his ass is lost. That's the problem right there. This is coming from a Kansas City Chiefs guy right there, that everything is good in the Swifty world over there for Milton. So he's perfect.
Yeah.